Your 2D game is boring if there is no day-night life cycle. So subscribe and follow this video to make your game looking better. So to implement day-night cycle to your 2D game, first thing you need to make sure that you have a material which is sprite lit default material attached to all of the sprites in your scene. So I created this demo scene right now. There's no lights at all. We will need to create some light source. And we want to have two light sources, actually, one for daylight and another one for night light. So let's create empty and I will call that day-night cycle. Let's reset position of this object and let's find it in our scene. So I'm pressing W. I will try to position it like somewhere in the center of my camera, like that. And so now I want to have two light sources here. So to add it, you need to go to lighting and then we want to add spotlight 2D. And I'll call that daylight and night light. So if I put black color to our light source, then you will see that there's no light at all. So this is how we will do it. So inside the script that we will attach later, it will change color of our light source from black to whatever color we decide to have for day or night, and depends on some time ratio. So for now, I will just put this white default value for daylight, and then also make sure the position of our lights is at the same distance from the center, because we will rotate this day-night cycle object. And then with that, two of these light sources will be rotated as well. So that's why we want to be them in the same distance from the center. Okay, so when this is set, what we want to do. So as you can see, I also added this UI component, which is slider. And so I will just show you how I was changing this slide value. The day-night cycle will be changed. So anyway, let's add the script to our day-night cycle. I already prepared the script, day-night controller. And so as you can see, there's already some bunch of stuff here. And let me explain you what is happening here inside this code. So first of all, I have this transform lights holder. So it's exactly that parent game object, which is hold our light sources for day and night. And this object will be rotated with daytime, right? After, like, with daytime ratio changed, this object will be rotated. It will rotate with itself also our day and night light sources. We also have references to day and night lights, and also we have this gradient. So instead of using color, it's better to use gradient. As you know, color will be changed, and so we can tweak it much better with gradient than with just a color, because then if we will use color, then with changes from night to day, these changes will happen like too fast, and it will be too robotic, and we want to have it more smooth. That's why we're using gradient. And so then on start, updating this light and then saying that default value is 0. But anyway, what is update light? Here we want to provide ratio. Ratio, it will be range from 0 to 1, which will correspond to the time of the day actually. So 0 and 1 will be midnight, I believe. And then 0.5, let's say it's 12 p.m. And so every time we call this function, we want to change color of our day and night light sources. So we'll specify this ratio position. So by the way, this is a very handy function that Gradient has. It's evaluate. So we send to evaluate function this float, which will be from 0 to 1, and it will figure out, because Gradient is also actually, it's on the range from 0 to 1. It has different values for the color. And so it will return us just a color from the gradient based on this radio. and then it will set up this color to day and night light sources. And also after we set up this color for our light sources, we want to rotate our parent. So let's go back to Unity. Here it is. So let's just drag all of these objects. So first of all, lights holder. So lights holder, will be just day night cycle, and then for daylight will be daylight, and for night light will be night light. And so here we need now to specify this gradient. You just click here and specify whatever gradient you want. I already set up some lights for myself. It's not perfect, but so what I do here, as you can see, so this is the date gradient, daylight gradient, right? So what will happen here? So because we know that 0 and 1, we're saying that it's a midnight. So I'm saying that in the midnight sun, so for the day, right, it will be black because it will be hidden. We cannot see this light. So that's why it will be black until somewhere here I set up at 20%. Oh, it's actually 18, but yeah, from 18 to 20, I was saying that it will be changed from black to this pink, because when it's sunrise, we know that color is cold or red color, so I decided to make it pink. And so then at 30%, I put it as just this yellowish, but maybe it's even better to put as a more white value, but I will not do that. So then also I have this 70, and from 70 to 80, I'm doing this sunset, which is color of the sun will change to reddish thinny, right? And then after that, it will be when the sunset is over and the moon appear, sun is already black again, so we not see any lights from it. And another way around will be for night light source. So as you can see in the midnight, so on 0 and 1 values, we will actually see some light, but then I decided to make it like this blue light. We can make it even more like light blue here, but I'm fine with this value. And so here, again, on 18%, I'm trying to stick to the same percentage, same positioning of the gradient. I put in the same value as we have in sunrise, and here on the 82%, I put in the same value as for sunset. And in the middle, where we have this daylight, I'm just putting black, so it will not be seen at all. Okay. I hope all of this makes sense to you. So anyway, now when this is done, I'm going to canvas, and then I'm going to slider. And so of course you can specify this update light function in whatever place of your game where you want. But what I will do here is, so that's why I created this handle, just to showcase you how it works. I will drag this script to our handler, and then I will just choose update light from the drop down. And now let's start the game and see how it works. So as you can see, game is started, and on the start it's set up this ratio 0 by default, and we can see that it is midnight. It is the night light right now. We can select it and we can see that it's right now blue, and the daylight is right now black. And so if I will start to change this value, we can see that parent object day night cycle starting to rotate. That's why our sun is rotating as well. And then as we go in here to the middle, we can see this one is sunrise already. And then in the middle, so yeah, it's better to change somehow positioning a bit for the sun itself. But anyway, we see that sun is moving, and then it's going to sunset, which it's changing the value again, and then moon appear, and it's again this blue value for the color. And I'm not satisfied right now 100% how it works, how it looks, right? So I might want to change a bit this value for the day. Oh yeah, of course. So the inner value right now is 1, and I want to make it 10. And same for the night. And if I'll try it again, it should be a bit better, I would say. But yeah, let's see. So yeah, it is better now. So at least we can see that it's bright light in the day, and it's changing to this blue during the night. So yeah, with this simple setup, you can create your day-night cycle in your 2D game. It's much easier than you think. Thank you for watching. Definitely try this technique in your game and share your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll really appreciate your likes, subscribes, and comments. But for now, see you in the next video.